Bioshock movie? Did you play Bioshock, Jake?
Yeah, of course.
Dude, Netflix apparently just picked that shit up. Hyped, excited. I'm ready.
Yeah, I think it's one of the video games that could translate pretty well into film. Like,
Absolutely.
It has like a very oral. I on like everything. I think video games would function better as TV series based on like how long games are. Like plot wise, they're closer to the concept of like TV series than they are to movies.
I might be
as
wrong.
far as length goes.
That might make sense if it is a TV series. I think that'd be much cool. No,
Netflix also makes movies, so
it's a movie. Yeah, it's a movie.
Yeah.
But I do think you're probably right. I mean, I probably would have much rather. I don't know though, because there's not really like an overarching story. Like it's just him.
Yeah, but I don't. There's a lot of things that like build out the world and the story, and I think that's what they tend to take like for movies. I mean, once again, because you're short on time, you don't really want to make like 5-hour movies. So you try to cut like, and I don't know how long Bioshock was, but I'll say it was like average game length, 40 hours.
I don't even think it was that long.
Not all of it is going to be because like of plot. A lot of that's just going to be going from A to B, which you don't have to have in movies, but a lot of the time to get down on that, they take out things that in the game, like immerse you in the world and do things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Build out like the world. It's like the world building of the game or like the lore behind it. And I think when you lose those elements, you lose what made the feeling of the game special.
Right.
I think you don't have to lose those elements on a television show, basically. You don't have to in movies. It's just harder to keep all of that going for just 2 hours and have it feel fully fleshed out.
I mean, now that you mentioned, I kind of do worry because like there's just, while Jess, I don't know if you ever played, but while you're playing, you're picking up like these small little audio logs and you're learning stories about, there's like all these different sub stories as you're going through the main story. And, sometimes it's more interesting than the actual main story. So I do worry that
it'll get like sidetracked.
It'll be difficult to not, because they're not going to be able to do those things. They're going to have to stick with the main story, which is
exactly. And those little side elements to it, there's the audio logs and stuff that you listen to. They help build out the world and make it feel more complete. It's part of
right. I can see them maybe using the audio logs just for the major stuff. Like, they just won't do the side shit. They'll just use it for the lore of how this world came to be kind of thing.
Yeah.
Instead of, doing these side characters, but I can still, I can imagine they use like the Big Daddy and they use.
Well, they have to, it's iconic.
Yeah.
Like
the little, it's called little sisters.
Yeah. Little sisters and Big Daddies. And so like, that's part of, that's like, you can't have a Bioshock game without those things.
Right.
Like,
those
are
are
not game movie.
But I guess there's like classic boss battles that you have in the game that you're probably not going to be able to use all of. Maybe like little Easter eggs here and there.
Yeah.
Or maybe if they think it'll be successful, maybe they don't. Maybe instead of a series,
maybe this is a trilogy.
Part one.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that
because I think you could like a trilogy gives you 6 to 7 hours depending on how long you go with each movie. And I think that is enough that if you're like pacing it well throughout each one to make it feel satisfying.
Right.
Like I said, the whole game condensed to like maybe 2 hours, 15 minutes. I think I think any game that's not like super, super short, that's a rough go.
I do find it odd that it took so long for this to get made. Like even now, like who the hell knows? Because it's been canceled and delayed for so many years. It's not like a game where you have to worry, is there enough people that play this game to watch the show? Like the story from this game is good enough for no one to have ever played this game and to just watch it. Yeah. Which is why it's such a good game. So I don't know why it's been on the back burner for so long. It's such a good story, such a cool world. Like the guy's it starts off with a guy on a plane, the plane crashes and he swims to a lighthouse and there's a world underground. That's awesome. Yeah. Like, I don't know what more, you would want.
That's
But
kind of cool.
Yeah,
But, I
no, it's a
mean-
great game, and it is, like I said, it's one of the ones that plot wise, like story wise, would, I think, if you do it right, translate to television or film.
right.
Like, but you would just have to. It's difficult because games are just so long. In a general sense, a short game is still like 20 to 30 hours. Like,
I'm so excited. That's why I got this really shitty tattoo.
oh yeah, I've always wondered what that was. Now it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a good thing I didn't get it on both arms like the character does, but whatever. But yeah, that seems cool. I'm excited for that.
I think part of why it might have taken a long time is because almost all of it has to be done like on a soundstage. So like when you think about how that world's built out, that's not a thing that's easy to find. Like, oh, we're just going to have that on location.
Yeah, that is wild. It is wild.
So it's like almost all of them are going to have to be set pieces, which means there's going to be a whole lot of construction and a whole lot of like pre-planning to do.
A lot of like water elements. I wonder if it'll all be like I don't know. Like, do you go the CGI route? Do you go, do you build it like,
My experience, it looks more realistic when you do half and half.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They'll probably build out as much as they can feasibly and then use computer animation to like liven it up.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they never really,
yeah.
They never at least in the game. I mean, obviously they could do whatever they want, but they never, like, the whole point is you're living in this water world, not water world. Outside of you, you're surrounded by water. They never actually, like, there's never like a leak in, as far as I remember.
You don't have to you don't have to worry about like creating an ocean or something like that.
I just meant like there's never like this danger of we're gonna get consumed by the water. I think the whole point of this world was it's foolproof. Like there's no, at least as far as I can remember. I mean, how long did the game come out? But
we were like, yeah.
Anyway,
it's not a new game.
Yeah, I definitely want to replay it. But
one of these pictures is like a dude walking on the water.
Well, that could be that could be the sequel.
Yeah, which Bioshock 2 is not great. It's fine, but not great.
Not great. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, I'm excited. I wonder, how they're going to do the casting, because I can honestly, I have a feeling they'll go with they could go with like an Idris Elba for this. I know they're not going to. I'm just like, they can go for that kind of type.
Oh yeah, because the character is very much not like the appearance of the character is not particularly important. They could just be like who the fuck they think is going to act it the best.
But I do think he is like a suave guy, right? Because in the plane he's like smoking a cigar. He's like a business. I think I could be wrong.
I mean,
who, Jack? Is his name Jack?
I thought he didn't have a name, but maybe no. Jack is.
He has an implied name. What is
Jack
it?
Jack might be the name that the villain gives him, or Jack is the guy that he's talking to the entire time. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, you're pretty much
Jack is Jack is the name of the main character.
Yeah, but we find out it's not his real name. Well, whatever. That's a whole.
Yeah, he's got an awesome turtleneck on. In these pictures,
we never actually see him,
but there's pictures of him. Swear to God, type in Bioshock Jack. There's pictures of a dude in like this white turtleneck with gray slacks.
All right. Well, yeah, but if you see Jack Bioshock wiki, it's like you don't actually see his face. It's like all shadowed. Whatever you're looking at is probably just like I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of pictures of Chris Evans.
I don't see Chris Evans.
I typed in Bioshock Jack, and one of them is Chris Evans in like a white sweater.
Oh, I see that
superimposed.
I was referring to the white dude, because like the white animated dude, because there's like 3 pictures of that, 5 pictures of the same person. So
none of these are
Bro,
screenshots.
How funny is this? I typed in fan casting for Bioshock. Mark Wahlberg as Jack. This fucking guy. If they cast Mark for this movie, I'm gonna watch it anyway. But
not Tom Holland.
Dude,
Tom Holland in every video game movie from now on.
I'd be so pissed. But I did hear that movie was trash.
Yeah, I heard the reviews were not good for it.
Not great. Anyway, before we go down that rabbit hole, yeah. Anyway, I'm excited. Netflix hopefully will give us a banger. If not, I'm gonna be very upset because I've been waiting 15 years. It's been pretty long since this game came out.
Yeah,
First
it's been
Xbox.
a while.
No, 360.
Yeah, no, because the first Xbox came
First
out
Xbox.
alongside the PlayStation 2, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's too long ago. I think it is 360 and PlayStation 3 era.